And you set the tone the night off for known. 12. Know what I mean? Houston, Texas, you and none goes first. The infamous rebuttal is the chop and screwed. I let my auto tune it. What makes you even be like, yo, man, I'm gonna just start this battle off with 4 freestyles? Like you just jump right into it, and then you was confident to keep it going. Like what's going through your mind when none is dropping his first round?
I already knew that it would be a highly competitive battle, but I also knew that the people wanted to see, what I mean, rebuttals. Like
Yeah,
I knew they wanted that,
yeah,
so I didn't want to let them down, especially after not even sticking my third round real sick. So it was like I have to make up in a major way for the real sick battle. It was the first time people really just seen me just quit the battle in my third round. It was just something that I hadn't done, and so it was like, all right, you gotta if you gonna get on this stage with nothing, just do everything that you can do. And I always say, the freestyle, the freestyle rebuttal, that that's just another weapon in the arsenal. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I don't think it should ever be the main weapon, but I think if you go into war, don't take the AK and leave the 9 millimeter. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Mm,
take the 9 millimeter and leave the knife. You don't know what you might need on that battlefield. So when he did the chopped and screwed, I'm trying to figure out in my mind like what is similar to chopped and screwed. I'm like, the auto tune thing is more like, and the chopped and screwed are things that they manipulate in the studio. These are signature sounds that have been embedded in hip hop and R&B culture. So it's like I let my auto tune it is like a perfect way to rebuttal that crazy chopped and screwed bar. I mean, that bar was fire. And
yeah.
the key to rebuttaling is knowing what to rebuttal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a signature moment. Like, you know what I mean? If the crowd is quiet, then it's kind of on your discretion of what you think is crazy. But you know what I mean? When you battling in front of that many people, whatever's getting the loudest reaction, that's what you need to rebuttal.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I just kept and that the chopped and screwed rebuttal led into I forgot what the scheme I did. I did something about Scarface and Willie D and the Ghetto Boys and Bushwick Bill. I did all that in a scheme, and I'm like, I think the chopped and screw shit was fire, and the Morgan Freeman shit was fire, but I actually freestyle a scheme, and I think that's harder to
Mm-hmm.
do because you could come up with a bar while your opponent
Yeah.
rapping the thing. Like guys like you, Hollow, Chef Trez, Ilmac, Vasaurus, Sharon, and Charlie Clips are.
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Went out for a
No,
second.
no, you guys are really great freestylers. I'm not necessarily a great freestyle. I can freestyle, but I'm not
Yeah.
great. Anybody can think of a rebuttal in the head,
Yeah.
but like going in the heat of the moment, somebody drop their water bottle and you freestyle about that right then and there. That's an ability that only a handful of guys have that level. So I'm like, let me go ahead and try it with the Houston scheme, with the Scarface and Willie D shit. So I think it was just a little overshadowed, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it.
Nah. You getting spooky with it. Hollow put up a tweet. He said you now have entered his top 3 rebuttalers. You, A Ward, and Chef Trez.
And yeah, that's amazing because I always felt like he one of the best in the world with that shit. To me, honestly though, that's not necessarily a title that I actually want.
Mm.
Like I don't want to be known for the rebuttal or freestyle. That's just an extra little thing I can do on the fly. But I'm more so about the actual material. And I think guys like Chef Trez, it's the three of them things was always a gift and a curse
Yeah.
because people will say your freestyle is better than your written.
Mm-hmm.
even though he's saying some fire shit in the writtens. Like, I think sometimes your written material will get undermined.
I was
You know
just
what I
about
mean?
I was just about to say, if you don't want that title, you got to stop doing it. When I'm watching the battle, you know what I mean? In round one, that's what a lot of people were saying. A lot of people was like, Danny won the round off of the freestyles. Like, that's just what it is. They said that about me. When I used to freestyle a lot more, a lot of people was like, yo, DNA's freestyles is better than his writtens. Like, I think it's just the fact of how complex you can think on the fly that, you know what I mean? It's like, if it's on the same, put it like this, if your mind is that ill that you can think of almost the same thing that you wrote, even though it won't be constructed, I mean, with the setups
Yeah, it's not
and the
gonna be
layers,
constructed properly,
but
right?
just the idea is that quick that you thought of it, you're always gonna have them say that.
Nah, but honestly though, I've really been doing that since the '90s. We
Yeah,
would do like just freestyle sessions, just coming up, growing up, battling hip hop. I've just always been a part of hip hop, so the freestyle element is almost a lost art.
for sure.
And because like even when people go on Funk Flex and LA
Yeah, they're not
Leakers
freestyling.
and they title it freestyle, it's not freestyle. So that's why you be seeing me promote my little brother Tyrant all the
Yeah, he really
time.
go off the top. Yeah, I seen him.
My little brother is really he's I'm trying to be like him, but he
Yeah.
is so crazy with that shit that it's like this is one of the last living people
Yo,
that really can just do this shit for hours and hours and hours, and you